Welcome to Good Evening KU. I'm Jolie.
And I'm Morgan.
So this is our last show.
I know.
Crazy, I can't believe I can't believe this is in the semester. This semester has been so long for me.
Really?
I feel like it's been forever since we got back to school. Just having no breaks has been so much. But starting to work on all the final projects, getting all those done.
Lots of finals.
We've been working on our final photo projects, which is really exciting. What did you do for your final?
Mine was mostly centered around family, my mom and my stepdad. There's a photo of my stepdad. He loves to rope and he does a lot of rodeo shows, and so he's such an interesting guy. So I was like, okay, I'll just photograph him, and then I photographed him and my mom together because they don't have a lot of pictures together, and so I was like, oh, and then there's my mom and my dog, and I don't know, it was really nice to get to spend more time with my family and photograph them. What was yours?
Yeah. Well, I'm currently working on mine. These photos are from my last project that I just absolutely loved. I really liked doing portraits, but the cool thing about this camera is there's so much detail, and with this photo exactly, I noticed it with the detail in the tree. And so I decided for my final project I wanted to do photos of plants because you can really get the texture, and since it's spring. But I've had a lot of issues with it because the camera that we're using is from the 1800s, and it has a lot of calculations with math if you want to do really close zoomed in photos.
Yeah.
So I've been struggling with it a little bit, just trying to figure out the right calculations to get the proper exposure, but I finally got all the correct negatives today. So
that's good.
Going back right after this class and getting that finished for tomorrow.
Yeah, I've also had some problems with this camera, and this semester with classes, I've had so many things happen and pop up to where it's been so frustrating to get these finals done in the last push of the semester. So I'm glad things are wrapping up.
Yeah.
So, and there's more things to do outside.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
The Kentucky Derby was this weekend. Our producer actually went, which is so cool. I don't know.
It looked fun. I'm jealous.
That's
look
amazing.
at all their cool hats, and their outfits are so cute. I'm just, I love it.
That would be so fun, and
I saw it all over my Snapchat story. One girl showed all the horses running. Yeah. That's so cool.
I wish we had something similar to that, local.
Me too.
It's a long drive. I definitely don't think I could do it. I'm a person that gets car sick really easily. I don't like driving. So if it's something local happened, that would be so fun.
But such a fun adventure. I would love to go. That would be so cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel there's definitely stuff to do around here, especially with the end of school. I feel like people are always out and about doing things and just kind of getting their last fun adventures in Lawrence before we all go home for a few months. But I'm ready to also get back and have football games. We got a new football coach, so that's going to be really exciting next semester.
Lots of people graduating. Speaking of, we have a senior on our show today as our guest. So that'll be nice to hear her stories as a KU student.
And what she's done kind of throughout her career, and see what she's doing after graduation as well. Yeah, I think we'll go to break, and when we return, she will be with us. Yep.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Lily, and I'm joined with a senior named Courtney. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So, are you ready to graduate? You're coming to the last full week of school. What are you feeling right now?
It's so surreal. No, I don't want to graduate. I love KU. I would stay here forever if I could, but I am excited to get in the real world, not have to do homework anymore. Right. That's exciting. Just start being an adult, but definitely scary. Of course. It was great. I'd love to stay here. So,
reflecting back on your freshman year, What did you get involved in as first, like as a journalism major, and what like was your favorite part of like the journalism school?
So I would say I really started getting involved in journalism school my sophomore year. I worked on Wake Up Call, and then from there I did a lot of shows just through Media Crossroad, and I started working for Rock Chalk Video, and have just done, Rock Chalk Video really is where I got a lot of my experience through the journalism school and got to work sporting events for football, all the basketball, all the baseball, soccer, softball, all that. So all of that has been really awesome.
And did you like acquire any internships while here over your 4 years of college?
Yeah, so I currently have an internship with Washburn Athletics doing like play-by-play and shooting video for all of them and then creating like highlight recaps and helping out with social media.
Okay, cool. So will you continue to do that in the future? Are you like ready to move on to something else?
So I'm gonna move on to something else. I'm not totally sure what that is yet, but I've kind of just been finishing that up and getting my internship done, and then gonna go and find a job doing something hopefully sports related, sports journalism related. So
What would like your dream job be, I guess?
My dream job is to be a sideline reporter.
Okay, for NFL, ESPN?
Any of it, honestly. ESPN, I like baseball.
Okay.
I know the most about baseball for sure, but football, I love all of it. So I would love to do multiple sports and travel with teams, and
That would be so awesome to see you do that. So do you have any like last minute advice for undergrads, people that are going to be seniors next year, like specifically in the journalism school?
I would definitely say just get involved in as many shows and Media Crossroads that you can, and then find what niche you want, whether it's sports or entertainment, and really like take up the opportunities that the journalism school does provide, because that's where you're going to learn everything. Journalism is definitely like you got to do it to get better at it and get in it. So definitely just be involved.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on our show today, and we all wish you the best of luck for your future, and we can't wait to see what you do.
Thank you.
We'll take a break, and then Halen will be back with the news.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new Bike Share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Welcome back. I'm Grace.
And I'm Halen. This is your Tuesday Good Evening KU News Update. An overpass carrying a subway train collapsed in Mexico City late Monday, killing at least 23 and hospitaling another 79. 4 bodies still remain trapped inside the carriages, according to local government officials. Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard said international engineering experts will be called in to help determine the cause of the collapse.
Bill and Melinda Gates announced on Monday that they are ending their marriage after 27 years. The couple will continue to work together for their philanthropic organization, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In a statement on their verified Twitter accounts, the pair asked for privacy for themselves and their 3 kids in this next phase of life.
Medina Spirit won the 147th Kentucky Derby this weekend at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. This is a record 7th Kentucky Derby win for Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert, who also won last year's Derby with Authentic. Medina Spirit is likely to be appointed to Preakness Stakes on May 15th as the second leg of the Triple Crown sets off.
In sports, Kansas hired Buffalo's Lance Leipold to be the new football coach for the 2021 season. Leipold signed a 6-year contract, averaging out to $2.75 million per year. He met with the media on Monday and said he hopes to create a stability in Lawrence.
Everyone should know a little bit about history, but can't spend time about what's happened in the past. I think the biggest thing that I've been able to research is that potential and what a great place this is, what a great university this is, what a great community it is. And then look at that. The one thing that stands out just on the surface that is held back is stability.
The Jayhawks are set to play their first game of the season against South Dakota at home on Saturday, September 4th.
Kansas softball was swept in a 3-game series with the Baylor Bears over the weekend. The Jayhawks were outmatched as they were outscored 19-7 over the course of the series. The team will close out the regular season with a 3-game series in Lawrence, May 7th through 9th, against the Iowa State Cyclones at Arocha Ballpark.
The Kansas men and women's track and field teams won 11 events total, as well as a number of personal bests and top performances in the Rock Chalk Classic at Rock Chalk Park. The Jayhawks will travel to Manhattan, Kansas on May 8th to compete in the Ward Haylett Invitational hosted by Kansas State before the Big 12 Outdoor Championships on May 14th through 16th.
And that is all we have for our news update. After a quick break, I'll be back with your complete weather outlook. Keep watching.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Good evening, Jayhawks. My name is Taylor Wilhite here with your full KEJH weather update. A couple of the headlines we're going to be talking about. We're going to be feeling a lot cooler than normal for this week. Also, chance of severe weather is in the books for this weekend, and also on and off rain showers will continue into next week. But for right now in Lawrence, looking outside right now, it looks really nice outside. The clouds are finally pushing out and that sunshine is gracing us with its beautiful rays, and it's starting to warm things up a little bit in the metro area. Lawrence currently at 66 degrees, Leavenworth a little bit at 63 degrees, Ottawa at 64. For the most part, we're in the mid 60s, which is not too bad. And again, as I mentioned before, those clouds are finally moving out of our area, and things are getting a lot more clearer as we get on into the evening hours. But right now in Lawrence, it is 66 degrees with winds blowing from the north at 15 to 20 miles per hour. So a little breezy, so might want to hold onto your hats a little bit. But good news is that this one will be starting to die down as we get into the evening hours. 65 at 5 o'clock, dropping down to about 48 degrees at 11 o'clock with those mostly clear conditions. And tonight we're going to be bottoming out at about 38 degrees with winds blowing from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it's going to be a little chilly. Definitely want to wear a coat tonight, especially if you're going to be looking for the Etna Aquarian meteor showers, which is actually pieces of Halley's Comet that actually won't return until 2061. So we still got a bit of ways before we can see that. But for tonight, it's just some meteor showers. Could see about 20 to 40 meteors per hour. And you want to look towards the southeast and towards the constellation of Aquarius. So wear your coats tonight, and tonight should be an a-okay night to catch some of those meteors. But for tomorrow, though, we're going to be staying pretty much the same as today, although clouds will be increasing as we get on into later in the afternoon, and we could see a possibility of some pop-up showers as we get into the evening hours, but no threat for severe weather. And it's looking pretty on and off, and then we're going to, as I mentioned before, we get into next week, the showers and thunderstorms will continue on. But Wednesday, 67 degrees, and then we're going to climb up to about 68 for Friday for stop day, but we are going to be seeing a 40% chance of scattered T-storms and the possibility of severe weather for Friday night and Saturday night. Saturday night's the one I'm looking at that could bring some hail and maybe some damaging winds, but I'm keeping a very close eye on it, so definitely stay in tune with that with your local weather people. And also, as we get into Sunday, again, those rain showers are still sticking around, and we're going to see more pop-up thunderstorms as we get into next week, and still staying in the mid to upper 60s. Now, since this is our last show, there's not going to be any more forecasts going on, but I do want to give you a little outlook into what we could be experiencing this summer. So for the most part, things are pretty dry for the central Midwest of the United States, and as we get into the east, going to see a lot more showers and T-storms, strongest T-storms more towards the northeast, and especially dry and very hot conditions as we get out west. But we're right in the middle where we're still kind of seeing a little bit average, but I do expect a little bit more of a drought for us as we get further into summer.
That is all I have for this week's weather forecast. Thank you for tuning to Good Evening Tonight. This is our last show, and we thank you all for watching and sticking around with us. We hope you have a safe and happy summer. Thank you for watching. As always, have a good evening and stay safe, Jayhawks.